Leinster head coach Leo Cullen faces injury watch ahead of Champions Cup quarter-final versus Sale Sharks as the Investec Champions Cup quarter-finals approach. Leinster head coach Leo Cullen is facing a tense period of uncertainty over the fitness of three key players, Andrew Porter, James Ryan, and Garry Ringrose. The trio's availability will be pivotal as Leinster prepare to host Sale Sharks at the Aviva Stadium this Saturday, a match that represents a crucial stepping stone towards a semi-final spot in Europe's premier club rugby competition. Following a dominant 49-31 victory over Edinburgh in the round of 16, Leinster demonstrated their attacking prowess and depth. However, the potential absence of Porter, Ryan, and Ringrose could test their squad depth and adaptability. All three players are integral to Leinster's game plan. Porter and the tight five provide scrummaging stability, Ryan marshals the line-out and defensive structure, while Ringrose offers creativity and reliability in the midfield. Cullen has confirmed that the three are due to be further assessed in the coming days, with a final decision on their matchday availability expected later this week. Leinster fans will be watching closely, hoping for positive reports that allow these Ireland internationals to take to the field against a Sale side that are already considered massive underdogs. Positive fitness news: Furlong and O'Brien clear amid the uncertainty surrounding Porter, Ryan, and Ringrose. There is positive news for Cullen. Tadhg Furlong and Jimmy O'Brien both came through the round of 16 clash against Edinburgh unscathed. Their availability adds reassurance to the Leinster squad, particularly in positions where depth is critical during a knockout fixture. Furlong's scrummaging and mobility around the field, combined with O'Brien's versatility in the back row, provide Cullen with additional tactical options should injuries force changes elsewhere in the team. Other Leinster injury updates beyond the key trio: Leinster have confirmed no further updates on several other squad members, including Jack Boyle, Hugh Cooney, Jordan Larmour, James Lowe, Diarmuid Mangan, Paddy McCarthy, and R.G. Snyman. While this leaves some positions uncertain, Leinster's overall squad depth and experience in European competition provide a buffer against potential disruptions. Sale Sharks will be hoping to exploit any cracks, particularly given the defensive intensity and physicality that Leinster typically bring to European knockout rugby. If Cullen can get the all-clear for his three players, Leinster will maintain their preferred starting 15, but if not, rotation and strategic substitutions will become even more important. Challenge Cup quarter-finals: Ulster face injury doubts. Meanwhile, in the EPCR Challenge Cup, Ulster have suffered significant injury concerns ahead of their quarter-final clash against Ronan O'Gara's La Rochelle at the Affidea Stadium. The Irish province recorded a dramatic victory over the Ospreys in the round of 16, but the celebrations were tempered by injuries to Rob Herring, calf, and Nathan Doak, ankle, both of whom are doubts for this week's last 8 fixture. The absence of Herring, a stalwart in the hooker position, and Doak, a dynamic presence at scrum half, would force Ulster to adjust both their set-piece strategies and backline distribution. Additionally, longer-term absentees such as Stuart Moore, knee, Rory Maguire, shoulder, James McNabney, knee, Michael Lowry, groin, and Robert Balucown, elbow, compound the challenge, meaning squad management and tactical ingenuity will be crucial for Ulster's coaching staff. Connacht injury updates: key players missing. Connacht Rugby will also be dealing with significant player availability concerns as they prepare for their Challenge Cup quarter-final against Montpellier. Fly half Josh Ioane will be sidelined due to head injury protocols under GRTP, graduated return to play, limiting Connacht's options in the pivotal 10 position. Veteran hooker Dave Heffernan is also under assessment with a hip complaint, leaving the medical team to determine whether he can participate in the fixture. Positive news for Connacht comes from the gradual reintegration of several players into training: Shane Bolton, quad; Hugh Gavin, shoulder; Sean Jansen, calf; David O'Connor, wrist; and Harry West, knee, are all working their way back. Their return could bolster the squad for upcoming domestic and European fixtures, including a challenging tour of South Africa where Connacht will face both the Stormers and Lions in the URC. Unfortunately, Oisin McCormack has undergone surgery, ending his season, while there are no updates yet from the province regarding Temi Lasisi, Oisin Dowling, Chowlin Blade, David Hawkshaw, Byron Ralston, Mac Hansen, and Finn Tracy. Despite these setbacks, Connacht enter the knockout stages on an impressive run of form, having won their last 6 matches across all competitions, showcasing their depth and resilience. Impact of injuries on quarter-final fixtures. The injury situations across Leinster, Ulster, and Connacht illustrate the precarious nature of knockout rugby, where squad depth and player fitness often determine outcomes as much as skill or tactical planning. For Leinster, the potential absence of Porter, Ryan, or Ringrose could limit line-out options, defensive communication, and midfield creativity against Sale Sharks, who are already underdogs. Sale may attempt to capitalize on any disruptions in Leinster's cohesion, emphasizing quick ball recycling, tactical kicking, and aggressive defensive reads. Ulster face a similar challenge against La Rochelle. Losing key contributors like Herring and Doak would force adjustments in scrummaging, backline tempo, and attacking patterns. Ulster's coaching staff will need to balance rotation with the need for continuity, ensuring that replacements can step in without compromising performance. Connacht's scenario against Montpellier, combined with the absence of Ioane and uncertainty over Heffernan, places additional pressure on the squad to adapt. The reintegration of returning players may provide some solutions, but the team will need to blend youth, experience, and match fitness carefully to maintain their winning streak and contend with the physicality of French opposition. Medical teams and player management. A recurring theme in all 3 teams' preparations is the critical role of medical teams and fitness assessments. Elite rugby now demands detailed monitoring of players, not just for short-term injuries but for long-term performance sustainability. GRTP protocols for head injuries, scans for soft tissue damage, and workload management all factor into selection decisions, particularly in knockout tournaments where the intensity is at its peak. Tactical implications. Injuries inevitably influence tactical planning. For Leinster, without the certainty of their starting front row and midfield, coach Leo Cullen may adjust attacking patterns, placing greater reliance on the bench for impact and considering alternative midfield combinations. Sale Sharks will need to be aware of these possibilities and prepare for both a full-strength Leinster side and one missing key personnel. Ulster's potential absences at hooker and scrum half mean their line-out success and distribution could be affected, which might allow La Rochelle to dominate set pieces or force turnovers. Connacht will similarly need to adapt their attack in the absence of their first-choice fly-half, potentially leaning on tactical kicking and backline creativity to penetrate Montpellier's defense. The bigger picture. These injury updates underscore the importance of squad depth in European rugby. Teams with broader, well-prepared benches often thrive in knockout tournaments, as unforeseen injuries can be absorbed without compromising the overall team performance. Leinster, Ulster, and Connacht have all demonstrated strong squad structures, but these last-minute fitness uncertainties highlight how critical player management and strategic planning are during high-stakes fixtures. Looking ahead for Leinster, Sale Sharks, Ulster, and Connacht, the quarterfinals represent both opportunity and risk. Maintaining player fitness, adapting tactics to cover potential absences, and relying on squad depth will be as important as executing game plans on the field. Fans, pundits, and coaching staff alike will be watching the next few days closely for updates on Porter, Ryan, Ringrose, Herring, Doak, Ioane, Heffernan, and others, as these players' availability could tip the balance in closely contested European matches. Despite the challenges posed by injuries, all 3 provinces have shown resilience and depth in their respective campaigns. If managed correctly, even with key players missing, they are capable of producing performances that can advance them deeper into European competition. Conversely, injuries open opportunities for emerging talent to make an impact, potentially shaping the future of the squads and providing memorable moments for fans.